Good morning, everybody. June 24th, and today is construction day, I guess. I just got a call about 20 minutes ago from the bin crew saying that they're going to be here around 10 a.m. And then they actually called me back about 10 minutes later and they said, hey, forgot to ask, is this part of an existing pad where we're just going to match the specs and the orientations and things? Or is this a fresh one? And I said, yeah, it's a fresh pad. He goes, okay, no worries at all. Just need somebody around when we show up to figure out, which way we want to put the stairs and the outloads. And he mentioned the openers. So, that's kind of, didn't think of that. But so I would like my stairs to be at the back, for the simple reason that if you're ever, I know it's a rare thing, but you're unloading or you're hanging out here and look, I'm sure you can't tell, but it's straight up from here is stairs overhead or whatever, and they're covered in wet snow or ice or whatnot. I don't want it dropping on top of us. I'd rather have it off the back. The other is I think it makes it just nicer I would really wish there was a bin right here. Probably only have to wait a couple days and there will be. But for putting the lights and stuff on. So it would be nice to have it around the front, but I think in my mind the better option is to come around the back and up. So I'm thinking they're gonna come from that corner, wherever it works out to be, corkscrew around to the top, and then they're shared between, there's one set of stairs shared between two bins, so it'll be there, it'll be over there, and I don't want stairs exposed on the far end over where that false floor is. Kind of like it to be here, but probably a little higher. It's kind of breezy today, which is good. What I'm thinking about doing, like I don't want to leave my GoPro exposed to the elements. Ew, I got a bug in my ear. I'm kind of thinking about pulling the 2375 over here and finding a good spot to just set it inside the cab. So I think I'm going to try that right now. snoop around here. Dad and I poked in to just a little bit yesterday to see what was up, but this is, when we were here, the other bin was about that size. By the sound of it, kind of right here is not bad, but I don't know if it shows, but the wind's bucking pretty good, and they said they're kind of at the limit of what they want to do as far as working in the wind. But this guy, let's take a look, see, seems pretty big. Oh, cool. I didn't know these were going to be or have a plug on them, so I guess I'll get Zach just to put a plug over here. Good thing I haven't ordered anything. Take a look around the back here. They do have the air on, so this bin, I bet, is almost complete. Cool. Cool. It is done. Smaller door than I expected, to be honest. But, oof. Well, so they got all the cables. I only see 3. Have to double check. I thought we were getting 4 cables, but I could be wrong. Looks good. Those are kind of, oh, I see. Oh, cool. Different setup, but this is the one thing I'm not really keen on. These cables get tied down to the floors. Oh, there is 4 cables. I didn't see that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah. 3 temperature, and I'm pretty sure the middle one's a moisture. Oh, it probably sounds like the guns of Navarone out here. Big storm rolling in today. Oh, well, not hopefully. Probably this afternoon, but hopefully it's not as bad as they say it's going to be. We're in an area that's got, they're calling for 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. Also hail and tornado warnings. Not warnings, but potential. So these guys are going hog wild to get her done before the wind gets up. When I left yesterday, they didn't even, I want to say bin number 2 was probably about there up, done. So, you know, they're building pretty much a bin a day. Today's Thursday. They got here Monday at 10 a.m. Now, bin number 4 is fully done, inside and out. The rest, they've left the insides for when it is windy and stormy out. But they want to get this guy. They need, looks like 2 more sheets in the door. So, sorry, 2 more tiers of sheets, as well as doing the door and the aeration on the back. And get it anchored in the next couple of hours, the way they were talking. They'd like her done in the early afternoon. Doesn't look like it's going to get terribly windy before that, but they kind of said they're at the point if they kind of get over 4 tiers, they need to get her done, because they don't like to trust the, I think they got 3 or 4 bin jacks in there. Ooh, they're big. So the bin crew showed up Monday about 10 a.m. and they said typically it's around 2 days of bin, but you know, it can go faster. And they said, you know, the way we had everything laid out for them here was great. And the way we had this, I still have a little bit of dirt work obviously to take care of. All graveled up for them, they really liked. And it took them 4.5 days to put up 4 bins, which is pretty nuts. I've seen them done in a bin a day, but like, oh boy. So they're up just in time. If you look at the looking around, she's kind of ugly on the horizon and pretty rainy there. That's only about 1.5 miles away. Radar doesn't look very good. It's been grumbling, thunder, and lightning. But let's take a look at our bin while they're nice and shiny. Haven't got hailed on. I'm going to be getting numbers and magnets and everything for these eventually. Probably almost all the bins eventually. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. And we are likely gonna put these all on BinSense Live to start, and then we're gonna start converting others, I think, every year. One of the kickers is, how do we get internet out here? There's some bins in the way between the house. I don't know, we might be able to go high enough that we can go over it. I do not know. Before we go inside, take a look at the big old row of bins. I'm very happy about. We still have to put the overhead line in. We got to trench it in, and over at the corner there's a little stake over there. That's where the power box is going to go, and then we have to trench back. And on the outside we're going to do, I think we're going to do an outlet kind of right under the door here, hopefully, on each. Just like a 230 volt or whatever the hell they're called. And then between bins 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, we're going to put another one of those outlets, as well as a 110 outlet. And then the fans on the back are going to be wired direct. And if we go all the way through, they'll be direct to the breaker panel, which is going to go under the stairs on bin number 3 over here. I'm thinking right about here. But we need to be able to pound some stuff in the ground. We'll see. What the heck is that? Huh, I never saw that before. They have a little manometer. Yeah, no, that's really cool. I didn't know those were a thing. Neat. So, let's go back to the front. So as I was saying, so each bin, and I'm just going to call them 1 all the way to 4, is going to be at the front. There's going to be a 230 volt outlet for the drag, or whatever you want to call it, the unloader. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put a light on each one as well, at least until I see what the price of the light is going to be. That's the plan. And then between each one, it's going to be a 230 and then a couple of 110s. Also a couple on the on the panel, and then another 2 over here. So the reason I want to do that is if we ever have to plug in an auger or a battery charger, a truck, a tractor, whatever, we got lots of power outlets out here. And the 230 is if we ever decide that we're gonna run an electric motor auger. So at the airport, a mile and a half that way, we have 4 bins. I'm hoping eventually they're gonna get moved over here as well, but we have an 8-inch electric auger. And it's pretty worn out. I want to take that motor and put it on a 10-inch, and it'd be great for around here. Okay, so these bins are 3609s, 36-foot diameter, 9 tiers high. They're 31,030 bushels approximately a piece. So I'm just saying roughly 125,000 bushels. Roughly 120 to 125,000. And that's obviously going to depend on weight and all that other BS and how much dockage and other stuff you got in there. But yeah, that's a lot of storage for us in one space. And I want to get a more centralized setup. We have some 2706 at the airport, I think is what they are. Or 2707. I'd have to look that up. They're about 11,000 bushels. And I'm hoping eventually, maybe in the next couple of years, we can move them out here as well. I'm thinking over along the property line so that we can eventually do a twin row to this. So that would make me very happy to have that much storage in a central location, because that makes logistics a lot easier. Let's go in bin number 2. Before we go into bin number 2, Springland Manufacturing U-Trough. Now, I'd have to double check on it doesn't have a model anywhere. Does it? There it is, part number 41 UT363, whatever the hell that means. Let's see what's in here. Come here. Installation and operating manual. But give me a second. All right, well, I don't have an exact model number, and I don't know the... Come on, get off of there. That's hinged. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know the pulley sizes either, so I can't tell you what it's rated for bushels per hour on the unload, but it's going to be way bigger than what we had before. So let's take a look inside the bin. This is one thing I'm not a huge fan of, but hey, I'll live with it. The height of the door is a little small. And the other thing I don't like is it's kind of slippery up here, so we're going to get some grip tape and we'll put it on there just to be able to get in. Pretty dark for filming, so I'm going to run around. Let's look at some more features. This is our OPI bin sense cables. I'll show you them on the inside. They've told us that as the bin gets filled, we'll have to tighten the anchors down a little bit. It's just the way they settle into the gasket. These fans, they're what, 10 horsepower? Yeah, 10 horse. This I really like. They have a little crank. Cool, they got a crank. This will be my first time going up these bad boys. Do it before the rain gets up. I'm gonna count steps. 1, 2, 3, 51 to the top. You can see the bin lid's open. You can see they have the bin sense compiler, so all 4 cables that are on, they're cables just like that, have they're run to a single box, and then down that cable, I guess this cable right here. Let's take a look inside the bin from the top. Yeah. It's definitely a bin. I almost get a little bit of vertigo up here. Wow, that's cool. I am kind of surprised that there isn't a handrail on these. I guess we could put like a safety line if we really wanted, but it's, I don't know, I just figured that might be something to do. However, we're probably not very often are we going to be up that high. We did 4 mushroom vents and 1 10-horse fan per bin. Now we could have put 2 on. I think my next go around I might, just to have some increased capacity. But with the mushroom vents and that open, you're going to be able to pump a lot of air through this thing. So I guess we'll head back down. I told the guys to leave everything. Actually, I said to leave it on the other side, but I think we were also talking that I had to do some dirt work, and I think they just decided they'd do me a favor. So I'm really happy with what they've done. They cleaned up this side really well. I told them not to worry about the steel because we got a scrap steel pile over there. And yeah, all the garbage is bagged up pretty well. Yeah, oh yeah, they did leave some. That's fine. Oh, they pretty much just left the good stuff over here is what they did. Neat. They did a great job. I'm sure we'll be picking some bolts up. Now that I got the lid off, let's go take a look inside. So there's some light. I went into the wrong bin. I'm a dummy. Should have went in that bin. Okay. So we have, I'm guessing, yeah, because I've never seen a cable like that before. So we have 2. Damn, I almost wish there would have been one more. Oh well. You know what? They're spaced out pretty good. We have 2 moisture sensing cables. They're the ones with the 2 bands. Every time there's a sensor. I'm guessing there's probably 6 sensors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, probably 8. I don't know, it's hard to see. So these 2, this one here and this one here, are the moisture ones. And I believe the moisture ones also do temperature. And then we have temperature. And what else? So we have I'm pretty sure I remember this being a 9 1/4 sweep. And yeah, they have a little sweep stopper thing. So once so you see the 3 gates, you'll open up your center gate for the most part. The other thing I thought was really neat is they put these little bolts there, so hopefully if you get a big clump, you're able to kind of drag it or scratch through it or something. But usually you drain from the center first. You get down to the point where it's getting low, and then you open up these 2. And once they're fully down, that's when you can get into the bin and you turn on you engage the drag and or sweep, and it just works itself around. They have a internal ladder system with a safety point. And that's, oh, we do have the upgraded floor. They call it I don't think it was called canola floor, but it's rated for canola. One thing I forgot to touch on is the actual total height. Now, it's supposed to be 42 foot 11, I think, to the top of the bin, plus a 2-foot pad. So we're 45 feet tall. And hopefully we're supposed to, like, I have a friend who has the same setup, and they have the same auger as us, and they've actually got 30-inch pads on theirs.